foreign investors will like working with Filipinos.
We are on pursuit of a first world country by year 2020.
Despite of the challenges of the country, there is still plenty of value.
The Philippines, one of the great treasures of Southeast Asia. As the second largest archipelago in the world, the more than 7,000 islands of the Philippines is a curious mix of Asian, Spanish, and American cultural influences. With a reputation for being chaotic and corrupt, the Philippines has something of an image problem. But changing political climates, economic woes, and frequent natural disasters aside, those who make the journey are pleasantly surprised by the friendliness of the people and the openness of the business climate.
The Philippines is part of the ASEAN. It's a group of countries that are similarly situated economically. And the Philippines, over the last few years, has been improving in terms of its economic performance, especially in what they term economic fundamentals. So it's beginning to be a country where a lot of investors are very interested in investing, and we hope to continue performing well so that we can continue attracting more investors in the country.
Agriculture and fishing are still some of the country's traditional sectors. In recent years, however, tourism has become a stronger contributor to the economy. Joseph Durano is the Secretary of Tourism.
We've doubled the size of the sector, whether in terms of foreign arrivals, in terms of capacity, in terms of tourist spending, in terms of its contribution to the total economy.
The Philippines is still a country that is trying to make sense of itself, but things have been going pretty well. The administration of President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, while not perfect, has made considerable progress in moving the country forward.
I think it is extremely important for the people out there, internationally or globally, to understand that we are on track in terms of our pursuit of a first world country by year 2020. The President has been very, very focused, and she knows exactly where to bring this country, and that is towards a strong republic with a healthy and educated citizenry.
Most of us have a choice of where we invest our money these days. And for me, I would rather invest in somewhere that's not overly saturated and somewhere where my money can really make a difference. And for me, the Philippines is one of those places. Well, we're carving out a niche in the Philippines, and I can tell you it's a big niche.
Manila, a massive, chaotic capital that is home to almost 12 million people. At first sight, Manila is intimidating. But dig beneath the surface and you will find that the soul of the Filipino pulses in every Manileño's heart. But amidst all of the glitz, life in the capital Manila confronts Filipinos with a whole new set of challenges. Poverty remains the central development issue in the Philippines, and the country has not been able to sustain the economic growth required to reduce poverty to acceptable levels. The right to free, proper health care has been a strong focus of the Department of Health and its Secretary, Francisco Duque.
One of the strategies of this administration is precisely to cover more indigent Filipinos in the National Health Insurance Program. The cost of care is just too high, too much, beyond the means of the ordinary Filipino, and even more difficult and burdensome for the poor. And so I think the President's agenda of casting the net of social health insurance upon the indigent sector of society is a very good legacy agenda of the President.
The Philippines offers more than the usual when it comes to culture. Here is Asia Business Channel's list of some examples of the country's precious heritage. The walled city of Intramuros makes it to number 3 on our list. At its height, Intramuros instilled fear in Spain's enemies as a mighty European city. At number 2 is the UNESCO World Heritage City of Vigan. Its architecture reflects the coming together of cultural elements from elsewhere in the Philippines. And what tops our list? The rice terraces of the Philippine Cordilleras. The Ifugao have helped to create a landscape of breathtaking beauty that expresses the harmony between humankind and the environment.
My Philippines, a personal look at what makes the Philippines special to the people that live there.
My Philippines is taking tourism to a whole new level. I work for Gawad Kalinga, which in Filipino means to give care. 60% of the Filipinos live below the poverty line, which means that they don't have any access to proper shelter, food, and education. And that's why we in Gawad Kalinga aims to address this by encouraging people to help address this alarming situation. We do this by building beautiful, sustainable, and productive communities for the poorest of the poor. What you experience when you visit a Gawad Kalinga village is that you are greeted with warm smiles, happy faces, very hospitable people. This is what we try to showcase in our Gawad Kalinga tourism program. Gawad Kalinga is all about giving tangible hope to the hopeless and restoring the pride and dignity of the Filipino people. This is my Philippines.
Ensuring the Filipino dream. That's the promise that Insular Life has been fulfilling to every individual who has put his trust in the company. For 97 years now, we have been helping Filipinos ensure their dreams for a secure future through the benefits of savings, investments, and life insurance protection. Insular Life is committed to continually creating better value for its policyholders and ensuring the dreams of many more generations of Filipinos. Insular Life.
We're all about you. Bank of Commerce, looking after you. Consolidation in the banking sector has generated economies of scale and greater efficiency in the Philippines. Still, the sector is not at par with its Asian neighbors.
We need to do some more consolidation, meaning banks will have to merge with each other to strengthen their capital base. And with the additional requirements from the international financial regulatory bodies, this will have to be continued over the years to come.
The biggest challenge that faces in the commercial banking sector, and maybe even the thrift bank and rural banking sector, is the sheer number of competitors in the field.
Raul de Mesa is the CEO of the Bank of Commerce.
The market has not grown too much, and we need to be able to compete in a market that probably will not continue to grow. To be able to do that, we need to address several issues. The first issue is we must fully understand who our target markets are. Second, we need to understand and to make a decision in terms of the investments that we would need to make to address those target markets. And these probably will be related to technology and people.
The Philippines Stock Exchange Index set an all-time high in 2007, driven by robust economic growth, reforms, and rising investor confidence. Some companies, such as the first and largest insurance company, Insular Life, has made a successful conversion from a stock company to a mutual company. It is well loved by Filipinos for its commitment to personal financial security.
2007 proved to be an excellent year for Insular Life. We were able to produce total revenues of 13.2 billion, and this generated a recorded net income of 2.2 billion, which was more than 40% over the previous year. And at the same time, we also underwent a branding exercise. We wanted the people, our customers, to know what Insular Life is and to strengthen the Insular Life brand. And one of the offices of this is now whenever you come to our company, everybody will greet you, magandang araw po.
Magandang araw po in Filipino means good morning. They say the sun never sets in Manila, where thousands of people work 24 hours a day in call centers. The Philippines has rapidly emerged as India's main rival in business process outsourcing, or BPO.
The three main ingredients for this industry is human capital, the quality of telecom infrastructure, and real estate. And it's all about human capital, right? If you look at all the countries that we're competing with, you start with countries like India, you start with countries like Eastern Europe, and even Latin America. It's the quality of the people and the scalability of the talent pool that makes or breaks this industry in those locations. I think the Philippines has got that unique advantage, right? We have the raw ingredient.
In Asia, it is common for major enterprises, businesses, and real estate to be run by conglomerates, family groups who are known for their entrepreneurial flair. The Philippines is no exception. One of the most diverse and most successful of these families are the Lopezes from Iloilo. Few companies in the Philippines have shaped the country's corporate landscape more than the Lopez Group.
Basic aspect of the Lopez Group is its belief in public service. Now, in order to carry this all out, we have to believe that we can excel in performance. Because unless we can provide the service in an excellent manner, our consumers will not appreciate us as much.
On top of this, the Lopez Group has been actively involved in corporate social responsibility and environmental protection projects. This year, the company celebrates its 80th year of service to the Filipino people.
We like to feel that we are the biggest Filipino company that's invested basically just in our country and nowhere else. And as an example of this is when my father took over Manila Electric Company from the Americans in 1961. Meralco is still being run by our family. And the same thing is true with our television network. It doesn't do its business only in this country, but also overseas, wherever Filipinos are. That's why ABS is still the #1 television station in this country.
Delivering on commitments, nurturing progress. For 80 years, the Lopez Group of companies has been a catalyst for progress in the Philippines. Our holding companies, Benpress Holdings Corporation and First Philippine Holdings Corporation, invest in key industries such as energy, infrastructure, manufacturing, real estate, and broadcasting to generate more growth opportunities for Filipinos and create greater value for our shareholders. Good governance, business excellence, and social responsibility are the core values on which we anchor our business practices. By committing to these values, we are better positioned to invest in industries that spur development in the Philippines. We also ensure the long-term growth of our businesses. Upholding ideals to nurture progress. This is our commitment to the Philippines and our investment blueprint for our companies. The Lopez Group, serving Filipinos for more than 80 years.
Leisure and Resorts World Corporation. We have an extensive network of gaming parlors and boutiques that serve a broad-based market, providing local and foreign patrons a unique blend of gaming and entertainment. LRWC, widening gaming horizons.
My Philippines, a personal look at what makes the Philippines special to the people that live there.
My Philippines is all about the artistry of Arnis. I am president of Arnis Philippines, the umbrella organization to preserve the culture and the heritage of Filipinos. What is Arnis? Arnis is a Filipino indigenous sport. It's a contact sport and it's been around since colonial ages. There are 3 basic styles of Arnis. One is the solo baston or single stick. Second is 2 sticks, the doble baston. And we have the espada y daga or sword and dagger technique. I think Arnis would be very important. It will serve as an identification, a sense of pride for these Filipinos. It's good to see that the Filipinos are falling in love with their country again, falling in love with Arnis, and this is my Philippines.
In almost every respect, the Philippines satisfies the cliched expectations of Southeast Asia. But if you get off the beaten track, the Philippines also offers the elusive feeling of discovery. The feeling that you are entering into arcane and unknown worlds where few Asians have gone before. This is the province of Palawan.
We cannot escape from being tagged as the lost frontier. It's so pristine and so virginal that we still have pristine forests, intact marine resources, and we still have the benefit of doing the best that we can, not emulating the mistakes of other tourist destinations in the country.
Investing in what it sees as the bright future of tourism in the country is Leisure and Resorts World Corporation, a realty developer focused on the leisure and gaming business. In the northernmost tip of the country is the province of Cagayan, where gaming infrastructures are being built by LRWC in free zones. Thanks to this, the Philippines is now receiving a lot of leisure and gaming tourists from all across Asia, and is just one example of investment success stories in the tourism sector. Here is Asia Business Channel's list of the quintessential Filipino experiences. At number 3 is basketball. This is one of the biggest passions in the country. At number 2 is a jeepney ride. The jeepney is the ultimate Filipino icon. For the uninitiated, it can be a very exciting experience. And what tops our list? The favorite national pastime, lazing on the beach. Don't like this island? Don't worry. There's 7,106 more to choose from.
My Philippines, a personal look at what makes the Philippines special to the people that live there.
My Philippines is about protecting our country's precious wildlife. I am the field supervisor of the Philippine Tarsier Foundation. Tarsier has been around 45 million years. This is one of the smallest primates in the world. Tarsier are nocturnal, they have big eyes, bigger than the brain, they're shy, and they are adorable creatures. Unfortunately, they are endangered. The Philippine Tarsier Foundation has a conservation program like the research and ecotourism, which aims to preserve the endangered species. By showing how conservation can be beneficial, it is easier for people to see value of protecting their natural resources. This is my Philippines.
We remind ourselves here of the attractions of this country with a number, 7,107. And that reminds us always that there are 7,100 islands here. It's about the world of wonders of this country. It's about diversity. It's about never having to experience the same thing in the Philippines every time you come here. 400 years of Spanish rule, and then we had 40 to 50 years of American rule. To me, that's a blessing. You know, it makes us the most open culture in Asia. That makes our democracy the most vibrant in Asia. And the challenge for us is how to put this to good use to benefit as many Filipinos as possible.
The Philippines truly is special. Asia's sleeping tiger is about to wake up and set the pace for the Asia of tomorrow. Welcome to the Philippines. Mabuhay!